We're in a situation where if Taiwan escalates, all right, now you have a military that has not hit its recruitment goals for 5 years running.
Yeah.
We have a deficit. We're not paying our bills. We're not hitting our recruitment goals. And now we don't have the capacity to fight a war on two fronts in Europe and in Asia. They can push our buttons in any direction they want. And we really don't have the capacity to stop them from the outside looking in. I don't know, but from the numbers on the spreadsheet do not look right. You're saying, why are we pushing this? And then you start thinking like the only way that they can do it and actually secure their policy goals is to enact a draft.
Yep.
And I got to tell you right here on air, if there's a draft, your boy ain't going. I love America. I have a tattooed on my arm. I love this place to death. I would die. If anybody came to our shores, I would die to defend it. But my fat ass is not dying for Kiev. I'm not dying in Taiwan.
I hear you, dude.
I'm not dying for BlackRock or Halliburton to secure a new fucking marketplace. And I don't think any fucking 18-year-old, nobody's son or daughter, now that they're eligible for the fucking draft, should either.
I agree.
So you're home. You won a bronze star in Afghanistan. You're a literal war hero, man. And now you're home and you see the way your country and your military leaves Afghanistan. What are your thoughts?
The first part was just utter shock. You're just like, did this really just fucking happen? Like, is this real? Am I actually like living this right now? Just having just been there. Not to mention the fact, the number of assets that we left there, the amount of money, the amount of equipment, the amount of stuff that we left there, and beyond that, just the quality of individuals and people that we left out there just for the Taliban to then come in and just wreak havoc on them, just murder them like out in the street like fucking dogs. It was just like nuts, man. Like I just recently saw a movie, The Covenant. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie yet.
No, Guy Ritchie though. I do love Guy Ritchie.
Yeah,
loves Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie?
Movie,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
British Tarantino?
British Tarantino, yeah.
I love Guy Ritchie, yeah. So, yeah, that must have made you feel like a lot of that hard work and all the work you did was for naught. Like, the way they just fucking...
And on top of that, right, it's...
We turned the Taliban into a top 20 military overnight.
100%. I mean, our superiority was the ability to fight at night. Right, that we own the night. That's a very common saying in the military. Like we own the night.
Viking shit.
All right,
Ben Affleck movie.
Dude, fucking, we left night optics like a motherfucker. Lasers, IR lasers, like all that stuff is there. You know, so it's you immediately just castrated the entire military force that was there. Like you took every aspect of superiority that we had, and we just gave it right to them.
And that's how I felt watching it. So I could only imagine how you felt.
And what was even more heartbreaking for me specifically was having buddies of mine that have been there for decades. You know, like I was a very junior guy going into this, and it bothered me to my core. You know, I can't even imagine guys that have been there from like 2005, and they're still serving and are still grinding and are still getting after it. The type of connections that these guys have made with, some of the people in Afghanistan. And I remember when that happened, I posted, some pictures. I was like, dude, this is fucked up. Like, I was working with guys like this, that, the other. And I had a buddy, same guy, Jimmy, man, the SF Yoda. He hit me up and he told me a very true thing. He's like, hey, bro, my recommendation would be, for the time being, just take those pictures down, because right now, like, the Taliban are actively looking for these guys, and they're actively looking for these faces specifically to go after them. And it was a moment of realization. I was like, holy shit, man. Like, I mean, you're absolutely right. Like essentially, he said, like, give them a chance. I'm like, the fact that this is where we're at right now. Like,
And there was stories of vets going rogue, going back in and saving their guys, going in and one of them was an MMA fighter, I think.
Tim Kennedy.
Tim Kennedy,
that's
went
right.
out
Tim
there.
Kennedy.
Yep.
And I mean, it was callous. It was like a callous disregard for everything about it was just. I mean, and again, you can know nothing about military history. You can know nothing about tactics, and you say, man, you don't secure the points of ingress or egress first. Yeah. You don't secure the airports. Like it just doesn't make any sense. You don't. I mean, you can play Grand Theft Auto for 5 minutes and be like, no, you need a way to get out. Like you secure the door. I mean, like every bar in the world has security in one place, the door.